In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my 7-foot slash and rebounding build that is still dominating the rec now. This is actually the first ever build I made on 2K. This is like a throwback, really. This is the build. Now, this build, and I'll tell you guys exactly why I went back on this build, right? It's been a while since I played on it. I made one crucial error on this build, okay? And that's the reason why I don't really play on it too much. And it hurts my soul every time I play on it. And you know, I can't take it. If you guys can see right here, I made one slight error. Okay, I think I reduced it. I think I'm 234. If I'd gone like 236 on this build or 237, I would have been able to get a 99 rebound. So your boy took a massive L. So every time I play on this build, it just reminds me of how much of an L I took with this one slight rookie mistake. But having said that, I do like everything else about this build. You guys can see I have 90 post control, 90 standing dunk, 90 driving dunk. So everything you need as a 7-foot slasher, do you know what I mean? And with my, with my cap breakers, with the +5s, I will be able to get a 95 post control and a 95 standing dunk. Now, the build doesn't have any block, and this is the reason why I actually went back on this build. I'm going to show you guys my other 7-foot build, okay? My other 7-foot build, power forward, it's the complete reverse of the current build I'm using right now. That build has 99 rebounding, 99 block, 85 interior, very good build. But I don't have any fun in the rec with it, bro. I barely even get blocks on it, okay? When you have a high block, you have a tendency to go for the blocks. And what tends to happen is a lot of power forwards, they just stay out, right? They stay out 90% of the time, and they just get easy free threes because you want to help, you want to be the hero. So I was so sick and tired of that. Also, the other build didn't have any playmaking, and you can't get carried in the wreck by some of these randoms. So those games were kind of frustrating me, and I was just like, what's the point of having 99 block when you can't even get like 3 blocks a game? So it was I was just like, I'm done with this build for now. I'm gonna go on my build with no block, and I have way more fun on this build than the build that has really good defense. Now, I'm not saying you guys have to make builds that don't have any block or any sort of interior or whatever, but for me personally, especially at the 4 in the rec, you don't really need it. I promise you, you can get away with it. And you guys are seeing this gameplay. I have way more fun on this build than some of my builds that actually have great defense, okay? So sometimes offense might just be the way moving forward, and you're not completely useless on defense. You can still get rebounds and everything else. But anyways, I'm going to take you guys into the rec gameplay. You guys will be able to see how much more fun this build is and how much more of an impact it can have, even without having the best, sort of interior or block ratings in this game. Here we are in the rec, okay? We get put at the 4. Now, when I play the 4, one of the key things I always look out for is basically my matchup, okay? I look at the height, their interior defense, and their rebounding, okay? Now, sometimes, I don't know why 2K put someone a small forward at the 4. It's just a mismatch, really. You guys can clearly see this guy doesn't have any rebounding. His interior defense is not that high. So this is a clear mismatch for me, okay? And I need to be able to capitalize on it. That's very, very important. There's no point in him not having these stats and I'm not utilizing my own skill or imposing my own game. Now, luckily for me, actually, the center on our team ended up leaving. Okay. Now, with this build, whether we have a center or not, like I said, it is a bit of an L that your boy didn't have that, 99 rebound. It does hurt me every time I try to play the game, but you guys can still see we are still snagging even with that 90. The 90 does still go crazy. Okay. I just wish I have legend rebound chaser on it. That's just pretty much it. That's just pretty much it. Also, I like the fact that with this build, I can handle the ball. Okay, I tried to go for a putback right there. I've got literally Hall of Fame error wizard, and the game does not always give me a putback. I don't know why that's always the case. But I know for a lot of people, the concern about this build is, oh, there's no block or whatever. But there's so many more ways to impact the game than just having block, bro. Like I said, I showed you guys at the start of the video. I had a build with a 99 block, and trust me, that build is just long to play on. You guys can see we are still snagging. This is both against the center and the power forward. It's always funny because every time I start snagging, you see like the center always tries to help. Okay, as soon as I out rebound the power forward like once or twice, the center's like, oh hell no, bro. I ain't gonna watch this. But they start going to the board, they start going to the paint. But you guys can see I haven't pushed out the center right there to get the rebound. So there's, as long as you know what your build is, I mean, there are certain builds on 2K that are just bad, okay? They're just bad. But there's certain builds that is just unique to that person's playstyle. That's me trying to pump fake, but the game, sometimes you try to pump fake, it lets you go up. But everyone has their own unique playstyle, okay? I know what the strength and the weakness of the build I'm using is, and I know how much more fun, how much more effective it is. The Zion dribble style for me personally, if you guys aren't using it as a 7-foot big, you're basically missing out, bro. It makes you move a lot better. Um, And all you need is literally a 60 speed with ball. So every time you make your build, try and make sure you have 60 speed with ball, and you are going to have a lot of fun. I'm telling you, look, we're still grabbing balls. The other thing I noticed as well, which is so weird, this build right here, and I watched another person's video, right? Basically saying the reason why they move different is because of the body type. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was BS, but it is true. My 7 foot build that I showed you guys earlier with the 99 block and 99 rebound, right? That build, I have a different body type on that build, and for some reason, I can never move the same way I'm moving on this build. So if you're a big on this game, I would definitely recommend you go for the burly body type, which is the one I'm using right now. I don't know what it is. It just makes you move more fluid. Like your fluid, like your movement is a lot better. Now, right here, you guys can clearly see I've been rebounding, I've been snagging. So I saw the opportunity, right? You guys can see the center's nowhere near me, right? Boy's literally coming right at me. I've got night pause. I've got 90 standing dunk, 90 driving dunk. I pressed square for a putback, and my guy did nothing. My guy was just staring at the ball. I listen. Some of the input delay on this game sometimes just doesn't make any sense. Like literally, that should have been an easy putback right there. Okay, but this is halftime. And you guys can see we've already got 11 points and 15 rebounds with 6 offensive, okay? My teammates weren't playing that great, but I was able to keep us in the game with just so honestly, when I think about certain stats, if I think about rebounding versus block, okay, 99, if you think about some of the worst 99 stats, for me personally, I think block has to be up there. Block has to be one of the worst 99 stats to have on 2K. Okay, I can't think of anything. If you have 99 close shot, you're still pretty good, okay? You can still spam in the paint. You can still go for your post hooks. So if you have 99 driving dunk, I know it's not the best this year, but you guys can see again, look at the Zion dribble style going crazy. 99 driving dunk, it's not the best this year, but you can still catch bodies, okay? 99 standing dunk, you're gonna be able to dunk on people, do you know what I mean, in the paint. But 99 block, I don't get it, bro. Like, it's just sad. Anyway, look at it. Just spamming that Zion dribble style is so OP, bro. You can spam it over and over and over again. But yeah, for me, if I'm trying to make a build and you guys are thinking of making a build, I wouldn't go. I would say, look at that. Look at the standing dunk. I would say 84 block is probably, I would say 88 maximum, bro. I don't think you need anything more than that. Anything more than that is just, you don't need it. Put it that way, okay? You can do well without it. I'm not saying 93 block or 99 block is bad. Well, I will say 99 block is bad because it's a waste attributes, but you're just better off putting that into other categories, really. But you guys can see we're still making plays on this build. That's why I like this 7 foot. When I make a build, for me, I always prefer these 7 foot that can handle the ball, they can shoot a little bit. They don't need to be great shooters, as you guys can see. Once you start slashing, people start disrespecting you. You can just spam the step back and shoot threes. Every time I do a step back and I realize I'm wide open, I will shoot the ball, but that's not what I'm going for. I'm just kind of create some space and some separation. But once you start slashing quite a lot, okay, people will start giving you a bit of space. But right here, I told you guys at the start of the video, it is a mismatch. Okay, I've already looked at his stats. He doesn't have the stats to be able to stop the build from doing whatever it wants to do, and I have to be able to impose myself. But again, this build is just way more fun. Like I'm so offense focused on this build that I just enjoy the game. And at the end of the day, when it comes to 2K, it's not about what is right or what is wrong. Yeah, I can see right there. Look, another three. At the end of it, it's about what you have the most fun playing on. Okay, so I mean, there are certain builds that are just bad. Okay, they're just bad. It just doesn't make any sense. But most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, everyone's playstyle is so unique to them. Again, as long as you know what the build is capable of doing, then go for it. Okay, don't let other people influence your decision. I'm sure if I was to show this build at the start of the game, everyone would have been like, "Fear, you have no block, you're 7 foot." But then again, if you think about players like Jokic is one of the best players in the NBA, best centers of one of the best centers of all time. I rarely ever hear commentary saying blocked by Jokic. Like this guy doesn't block any shots. But yeah, his impact on the game is way more than that. People don't focus on that as part of his game because it's so impactful. So sometimes it's just about how much impact it can have. Look, right here, being able to snag and having the confidence of not passing out. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of centers would have passed out the ball right there, but I can take my time. Look, even right here, try against the center, I took my time and just basically just bullying them the whole game. Okay, we end up having 34 points, 22 rebounds. When I was on my 99 block build, I was barely getting any blocks, bro. I was getting like 2 blocks a game, 3. Because at the end of the day, people can also see your rating. Think about it. People can see your block rating, right? So once they see you have 99 block, they don't want to go to the paint. No one wants to drive against you. So the yeah, you know, you can argue well, that's a good thing, but at the same time, it's a bad thing because it's like, what is the point of having the rating if you can't effectively use it? You guys will see again right here that the body block is still in the game 2K, bro. Can we fix this, please? Can we fix this 2K? Like, bro, this body block you guys promised to take out the game still exist. But anyways, that is the end of the gameplay. But you guys can see, look, at the end of the day, for me, this build is unique in its own way. It does have its weakness like every other build on 2K. Every build has its pros and its cons. If you guys want to make it with a block rating, I definitely would not go anything more than a 74 block. Do you know what I mean? Like I have a center version of this build that is fun. So if I do want to have block, I can go on that Giannis version that plays the 5 that has like an 82 and 078 block and a similar offensive stats. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.